Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Talk Feminine Fitness. It's Amy here, and today we have Emma with us.
Hi guys.
So, I'm going to grill you today.
Oh my God. Okay.
No, I'm joking. But I do have my notebook because there was some stuff that I really thought would be great to ask, and I thought I'll probably forget.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a forgetful brain going on. So, it's lovely to have you on.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited.
So we're gonna grill you a little bit, maybe.
Okay.
So, you first of all, I want to start by saying well done.
Thank
You've
you.
had a really successful year, haven't you?
Yeah, like this season's been a bit of a whirlwind and a great one. But yeah, it's like I'm still soaking it all up and trying to absorb it. So yeah.
So it started with your PCA Pro card.
Yeah, so I did body power initially. Didn't really make it common knowledge. I just wanted to come back and not have any pressure on me. It's the kind of the first time that I came back to compete, and I had quite a big following. Like in the past year, my business has really grown since I've last competed, and my profile has risen. So I knew there would be a lot of expectation on me to do well. So I just thought, you know what, body power. I'm not kind of gonna say I'm competing. I'm just going to keep it to myself and not have that added pressure. Turn up, do my thing, get back on stage, and just let it roll.
And then it happened.
It happened.
Amazing. So yeah, it's always good to not have that added pressure. And obviously it must have been a really big, like, wow. Actually.
Yeah. So it was amazing to be back on stage. Like, I absolutely adore being up there. So it was great. It was a fantastic show. Everything ran to plan prep-wise. So that was really good. And yeah, I was really happy with what I brought, my package. And yeah, of course, then awarded the PCA Pro card, which...
And you were the first.
The first ever figure pro. So that's like a real honour also. Totally unexpected. So it was great, and it was just... It felt like a real great moment to be on that body power stage with... It's such a big event. It's not like a small show to do. So I was like, right, there's the pressure of that. There's the level of expectation. I was going to go in, do my thing. But yeah, it was wicked. Loved it.
All worked out for the best. Amazing. So was your goal always to get the IFBB Pro card, or did that
I think is if you're a competitive bodybuilder and you're in it for the long run, you're playing the long game, then ultimately that's your end goal. Like, what competitor doesn't want to work to be on inevitably that Olympia stage? So my long-term goal has always been that since I started competing, I would always say my dream is to be on the Olympia stage. One day it'll happen. In all honesty, I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to fare in a figure lineup, an IFBB figure lineup, because the compulsories and the mandatories are different to athletic figure. They're far more exposing, so if you've got weaknesses, the judges are going to see them. So I just, in my head, I've actually never thought of myself as a figure girl. I always thought toned figure, athletic figure was my bag, because when I initially started in toned figure, I didn't have the shape and the size that I've got now, and I had to become good at posing. That's why I became obsessed with it, because I had to become good in order to place better. So I used posing as my tool to work my way up the ranks. So I don't think I fully believed I fitted the figure criteria. So I just thought in my head, do PCA, that was like my main goal of the season. Do an IFBB show, see how I fare.
And then you came out with your pro card.
I didn't anticipate that at all. Like in my head, I was kind of thinking, this is my comeback season. See myself in a figure lineup, see how I fare, and then know what work I've got to do for next season. So now it's like it's kind of catapulted me to the next stage, and I'm like, oh, right, okay.
In a flash.
Holy flash.
Shit.
Exactly. Like, oh shit just got real.
So now is the goal to get on that Olympia stage? Like, you've got the pro card, so you can do those shows. Is that the goal?
Yeah, that's the end goal. So Not imminently. A little bit further down the line, myself and Jordan Peters, my coach, there's work to be done.
Yeah.
So I want to build on my weaknesses. I want to bring my best possible package onto a pro debut.
Yeah.
So yeah, no time soon. So I'm just going to go back to work, back to the grind. As I said, improve on my weaknesses, and then go for that pro debut. And yeah, that end goal is
Happy
the Olympia.
Days, so off season for you now.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Summer, off season.
Exactly.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a question on here. Actually, you've just
Yeah.
mentioned your coach, JP.
Yeah.
So he's very well known in the industry.
Yeah.
What would you say makes a great coach?
I think a good coach has to listen to you. For me, it was really important that I could almost work alongside JP, and Jordan's been amazing at that. I'm going to say outright, I'm not the easiest person to coach. I ask a lot of questions. I ask a lot of why questions, and Jordan's been really patient. And yeah, and I think it's kind of, for me personally, I wanted a coach that believed in me more than I believed in me. And I remember having a conversation with Jordan, and he said to me, yeah, you could be a great figure pro. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So to hear that from someone that you really respect
Yeah.
in the industry, and works with a lot of great people, I was like, fuck. Like, if JP believes I can do that, then I believe he can take me there.
Yeah.
So
amazing. So you've had a great journey with JP.
yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So posing. So you've made a massive name for yourself posing now, and I see all the time, and I'm like, oh my god! Like in the last year, I have really noticed how many like big names you've posed with.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with that now? Are you just full hammer still going to keep pushing it, trying to grow it as big as you can?
for sure.
Yeah.
Just continue to elevate with posing coaching. It's like just gone off the scale. I'm really, really lucky to be able to do something every day that I love. I get a real buzz and a boost out of getting someone walk in the studio. They don't think they look that great. When I finish them, they walk out, they look like a different physique.
Yeah.
So I love that. The goal is to work with more and more pros, hopefully.
Yeah. You had quite a few pros in.
So I've worked with some really cool people this season. I really wanted to cross over into the bodybuilders more, especially the males, because for me, working with the bodybuilders, I love working with the girls. I love the girls, the bikini girls, the figure girls. But when you work with an athlete of that pro level, the physiques, the smallest tweaks and changes can completely transform how they look.
Yeah.
And it can make the difference between sixth and third and first place. So that's the direction I really want to go in. So I've been lucky enough to work with some great athletes, mainly for the guys. It's been on routines. So I worked with Romain Lansford.
Yeah, I saw.
Which
amazing.
was wicked.
It was his first time doing classic.
That was his classic debut. That was really, really cool. And it was great to work with someone on that level, because they come to you already with a vision in mind. And because they know their bodies so well, they know what works for them. So, and I love that I can, I never pre-plan anything before I go into the studio. So I walk into the studio, and whoever I'm working with, I literally on the spot, in the moment, take them through my creative process. So it's almost like they show me what works for them. I look at their posing, I maybe tweak it, and then from off the back of that, we can then piece a routine together.
Amazing.
So it's great. I like that they're part of the process.
Yeah, I think a lot of people underestimate the importance of posing, and
especially when you
posing.
Absolutely. Like, people, they do underestimate it. I get some people that come to me 4 weeks out. They're like, I need to do posing coaching. It's really something that now, because the standard's so high in competing, you cannot afford to leave your posing till last minute.
No, you can't. No, 100%.
And it shows.
Yeah.
If you step on stage and you've not done the practice, it's clear to see.
Yeah. And it should be a part of your routine when you're in prep, shouldn't it? 100%.
Yeah. I always say to my clients, I get asked the question, when should I start posing coaching? The moment you decide to start prep is the moment you should start posing.
Yeah.
It's part of your training. Like, it's all good and well doing the nutrition, the training, but if you're not perfecting the posing, how do you expect to showcase that on the day? So posing needs to become second nature. And like I was just saying, the level of the stagecraft now, people are taking it very seriously. You have to be on your A game.
You do, so you did, because you're a dancer.
Yeah.
So you did a SAS squad, was it?
Yes.
Which is really good fun to watch.
Yeah.
I saw you a couple of times.
Yeah.
Is that still going? Are you still doing
so basically myself and Michaela, we did a season of guest posing together, which was amazing. We set some goals between us. One of the goals was to do body power. That happened. So yeah, we did a season together, and then I went into prep.
Yeah.
So it just wasn't feasible for us to pose together whilst we're in prep. So it's definitely something that I would imagine we'll revisit. Now Michaela's gone into prep, so we switched roles again. And it was funny because when we were doing SAS squad, Michaela competed and I judged. So and now the season that's just passed, we switched. I competed and Michaela judged.
Oh, she did,
she judged me at body power.
Oh, okay.
So and I said to her, you're going to find it really hard to judge me, because I said, when I judged you, like, you have an emotional connection to someone on stage. And she came up to me after the show and she was like, oh my God, she was like, I was literally crying when you were doing your solo. I was like, I told you. So yes, that's what is definitely something that hopefully we'll come back to. Michaela's got her prep now, so yeah.
Are you still judging?
So obviously I couldn't judge whilst I was prepping, because I competed with PCA. So hopefully I would like to come back to judging at some point in the future. At the moment, I'm just going to focus on business. Obviously, the season is just finishing, so maybe next season,
Did you judge the finals last year?
Yes.
Oh, you judged me then?
Yes!
Oh, well, I hope you put me first.
Can't tell you that.
Do you find it difficult judging your girls or guys when they're in a show?
No, you have to learn to be objective when it comes to people who you know. And if anything, I'm probably slightly harder on people that I've maybe had in the studio because I've got higher expectations. But you've just got to judge what's there in front of you on stage.
So you kind of have to turn off if you know somebody, you've
got to turn that off.
Okay.
And you've just got to
that
judge.
Must be really
you've
difficult.
Almost got to judge from the head down. So I don't know this. I'm just looking and judging the
physique that you see.
In comparison to everyone else that's on stage.
And that must be quite difficult when you know somebody.
Yeah, it is. But once it's just a mental thing. You've just got to learn to just switch off and just judge the figure or physique that's in front of you.
I don't know how you guys do it, honestly. I watch shows sometimes and I'm just like, how are they judging this?
Especially the pro shows.
It's amazing how.
The pro shows are really difficult to judge because the standard is so high. And there's a lot of the time there's not a lot between it.
No.
So it's the pro shows are harder.
It could be the smallest thing.
Yeah.
So who are you keeping your eye on in your category now? Who are you looking out for?
Well, to be honest now, so it's up and coming. I don't. I'm trying to think who's competing this season. Michaela, she got an incredible shape. Like her V taper is insane. So
do we know what category she's in?
I don't know. No, I would imagine maybe PCA athletic and probably two bros figure. Highly rate Jane Tingle, who came second to me in the overall at IFBB. So and it was very close between us for the overall. So she's definitely one to watch. Who else is coming through? Bethany Lord. Also a great competitor.
Because you were on stage together, weren't you?
So we did the Open Pro category together. Beth as well. I'm not sure what her plans are for next season, but there's a lot of good UK talent coming through. So
it's just getting better, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
I've got a couple of no fitness related questions.
Okay.
So I want to know what would Saturday night look, off prep, if you wanted to just relax and enjoy yourself?
Socialising.
Yeah.
Love to catch up with my friends, so most likely go out somewhere nice for dinner, get glammed up, be
Always
fabulous,
nice to get glammed.
yeah, get a heel on, go out, have dinner, and then a few drinks,
Yeah.
and just have fun, just catch up with my friends.
Favourite meal? Favourite going out?
Do you know what, like, I've got two types, so if it was just like, I don't know, favourite meal on a Thursday night, Nando's. Yeah. Double chicken breast pita with halloumi, that's the one. And Saturday night, sushi.
Sushi, nice.
Love sushi, yeah. So a good
Pizza?
sushi bar, no.
No, not pizza?
Not for.
Sushi is nice.
Yeah,
Sushi is nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Sushi and champagne.
Oh, cheap date then.
Oh, yeah.
Cheap date then. I wanted to ask you who you look up to the most in the fitness industry. So we've done like who you're watching, like who's up and coming, but in your journey from the beginning to now, who has motivated you?
I think I've had a few different influences over my time, and I think as I progressed through competing, my inspirations have probably changed depending on the time. Initially, when I first started competing, it was who are now two of my very good friends, two bodybuilders that worked in the gym that I first started at. I highly rated them as athletes, so they were my original inspirations. So yeah, just within my immediate circle. And then thereafter, I don't know, just probably like the relevant, like initially when I first started to compete, Charlotte was a great competitor, so I massively looked up to her in tone figure. And I'm trying to think who else. Kelsey Young, she's tone figure. So when I first started competing, herself and Charlotte, they were the two main girls. So Nikki Bentham, looked up to her as well.
And it's mad because it changes over time.
It does, as you progress.
Is it Rosie?
Rosie Hart, so she's also an IFBB pro. She does physique, and I've known Rosie for a long time, and I remember when I first ever met her, I literally used to look at her and think, oh my God, your body is insane. So yeah, she was definitely one of my original inspirations.
Yeah, and she is amazing. Like, I think I want to try and get her on. So
you definitely should.
Yeah, I'd love.
She's
I'd
really
love
great.
To get her on, yeah. I think that's about. I wanted to ask you a couple of like little questions about your training split. What does your training split look like now? And your favourite booty exercise.
Okay.
Because all the girls love to know what that is.
Yeah.
And that is literally about it. I've literally asked you so many questions.
Yeah.
I need to let you.
So my training split now is we do push-pull legs, push-pull rest.
Have it.
Pretty much. So and
they're big sessions, aren't they? Push-pull,
Yeah. So just really going in for the strength.
Yeah.
At the moment, because I used to dance, I have a level of intensity. So I find that when I'm training, I kind of have to go above and beyond to get the results that I want. So I have to push myself always that little bit further, purely because my body's already conditioned to a certain level of training. Like, it's already used to dancing for 3 hours at a time, so I just we got to go ham when we train.
That's the only way though, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I've taken on board some really good training principles and techniques from Jordan, which has really helped my physique develop over the past 6 months. So we'll just continue as we are. My best glute exercise would probably be hip bridges. Love those. That's probably the best one, and also a wide squat on the Smith, just really thinking about the glute activation and getting that foot placement right, so you're switching everything else off, including the lower back and the midsection, and we're just working through the glutes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Emma. You've been a wonderful guest.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye, guys.